Japanese them, kill the US sound, kill the UK them. Up in the sound clash, we better than them. Alright then, them a go fuck up your sound tonight. Just watch, not their lights, them a go bring burn flash.
Salute the Northern Lights. Bad sound from Italia. D.J.S, you already know, man. Let me talk about something real quick. Shout out to my World Class supporters. World Class 2017 was crazy. Let's talk about something real quick, though. Vybez Kartel has another show in Tortola a few days ago. How's that work? I didn't get a chance to really see it until later. When I got to see it, I see all the critique and everybody will have something to say, which everybody's entitled to do. Everyone has an opinion. That's cool. That doesn't mean they all make sense, though. That doesn't mean they're all warranted or all something of positive. Let me say this. Salute to Addi. I seen somebody say this and I totally agree. I think y'all putting way too much pressure on Addi, or trying to make it seem like he has to live up to a certain standard at this point in life. And I can see where y'all coming from, but at the same time, I kind of don't agree. When it comes to the thing called performance, right? Not everybody's performance is going to be the same anyway. And not everybody's performance is going to be of the same energetic level, right? Especially when you're talking about somebody who y'all already acknowledge the man's sick or he has his situation he's dealing with or whatever the case may be, right? So to me, I always got to grade it with that in mind. And not just the fact that he's going through that. He just came back out after 13 years, bro. 101 from the man, brother. Give him a chance to get back into form. I always say this. Shout out to my homegirl. She also said this too. She said it first, as a matter of fact. A mirror and a brush can't work. You can't practice in front of a mirror with a brush. You have to go out there. It's not going to get better until you go out there. So he had 2 performances so far. This being his second one, I thought this one was alright. I don't think it was that bad. This whole thing about man can't perform, you can't perform, Alkaline can't perform, this man can't perform, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. They may not perform to the standard that you are looking for, but that doesn't mean that they cannot perform. They're just not the high level performance that you may be looking for, at least not in the moment. More could be said about Alkaline on that kind of level more than Addi. Alkaline wasn't inside for 13 years. I ain't heard him fighting no disease, and he's not even as old. We're still talking about a man who's almost 50 years old with a disease. I think we have to keep that in mind, because I thought he did good. One thing I will say, I think his performance needs a little bit more stage movement. I don't think he needs to jump as much. I think people got too much accustomed to people thinking that you need to be jumping up all the time and knee lifting and all them something that you don't have to do that to perform. Your crowd interaction, the way you have a little level of crowd psychology to your performance, could be a dope performance as well, as opposed to you having to jump around and leap around all the time. Knee lift and this, that, the third. You don't gotta do that all the time. That's not necessary. I do think he needs to move side to side around the stage more. A little bit. He does interact with the crowd. A little bit more storytelling to go with the songs, to give them more impact, so therefore you don't have to jump around all the time. That solid introduction that you put to each song, it sells it. And the song is already powerful because it's a dude who has over 2,000-3,000 songs that are like, even if you don't want to say each one of them is a hit, it's still a kick. So that's my opinion though, man. I think we need to grade him with everything in mind. I don't think it was that bad. That's just my opinion, though. Shout out to Addi, keep doing your thing. I don't think he did that bad. That's just my opinion, though. Alright? That's just my opinion. I think he did good. I think he's just gonna keep getting better on top of that. And that's all my opinion, alright? DJ, alright, hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think, alright? Dip on my dance or something this week. You alright? 1.